Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the video. Today we're looking at impact drivers, and do you have to spend a bunch of money and even leave your house to get a good impact driver? Well, we're going to look at options like the Hart Tools from Walmart, the Chemo from Amazon, the Bauer from Harbor Freight, the Rigid from Home Depot, and the Bosch and the Kobalt from Lowe's. Now we're going to be checking out things like battery life, and we're going to be using 2.5-inch drywall screws, as well as we're going to be using a 4 and a 5-inch lag bolt to talk about torque. Here's a sneak peek for the end where we chuck up a bunch of these impact drivers. Now let's get to talking about RPMs and remove that 6-inch interior construction fastener. So the results for that 6-inch interior construction fastener may or may not surprise you. Now when it comes to looking at the tools or the revolutions per minute or RPM, that's how fast they're turning. The Kobalt and the Bosch are both 3,400 RPMs. They're the fastest tools, and they both finished in the fastest results. Now the Bauer impact driver has 2,900 RPMs, and that finished in third, and that's really where it sits when it comes to looking at the impact driver RPMs. Now this is where it gets interesting. The Amazon Chemo is stated to have 2,800 RPMs, but it finished in last place. The actual tool with the lowest amount of RPMs is the Hart Tools at 2,500, and the Rigid at 2,600, and those both were able to beat out the Chemo. Now, interestingly enough, the torque specs on these, the Chemo is stated to have the most amount of torque at 2,652 inch-pounds, which is going to be interesting. The lag bolts, we're going to be doing the 5-inch into 1-inch OSB. It's actually 2 half-inch OSBs with some pressure-treated 2x4s, followed by some more OSB, and that pressure-treated 2x4 again. We're also going to be using the 4-inch lag bolt into really extremely hard white oak that's been weathered outside for 1 to 2 years, came from a pallet. So it'll be interesting to see how these lag bolts perform, because the next test is not only just about torque, it's about how fast you can apply that torque. So let's get to testing these lag bolts and all these impact drivers. So I don't know about you guys, but those 6x6 grids are awesome to look at all these impact drivers head to head when it comes to the 5-inch and 4-inch lag bolts. Now, the manufacturer for the Kobalt tool is stated at 2,400 inch-pounds and the Bosch at 1,800 inch-pounds. And then we have the Bauer at 1,300 inch-pounds, definitely punching way above its weight class when it comes to torque. The Rigid at 2,250 and the Hart Tools at 1,700. All of these impact drivers here outperform the Amazon Special, which is stated to have 2,650 inch-pounds of torque. And so unless all of these other manufacturers are doing it wrong, I think this one really needs to change some of its stated specifications. So let's get to removing those lag bolts with all these impact drivers, see if the torque on the removal of them is any different than we saw when they were inserted, if this order changes. So after using all these impact drivers and removing those lag bolts, not a lot of change in how they're coming out for the lineup. I mean, I feel like the Bosch and the Kobalt XTR are definitely doing the best, but I feel like this group right here is really duking it out for which one is the next best tool. I think they're all pretty decent tools, and even this one is able to finish the job, believe it or not. Now let's go ahead and check out battery life, and this one's kind of interesting. We're going to take these Robertson Square 2.5-inch drywall screws. We should probably do a video on who makes the best Robertson Square bit. If we do, there'll be a link up above in the cards, because we're going to have that one in the works. We're going to go ahead and check all the battery readings on these tools. Then we're going to go ahead and insert the 50 fasteners, take battery readout results, and then remove all the fasteners, and then take a final reading and see if there's a percent change, and if so, how much. A couple of these tools are brush tools, and the remaining 4 are brushless. And as you know, manufacturers state that the brushless tools are so much more efficient. We're going to see just how efficient they are and if a brand name matters for an impact driver. So let's get to testing the battery performance right now. So what do you think the battery life's going to be on these tools? And if you're surprised by these results, make sure you go ahead and comment down below. But I can tell you the Bosch tool was definitely the most efficient, having less than 2% change in difference, followed by the Kobalt XTR. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Hart tools from Walmart, that impact driver is a brush tool. And then you have the Gen 5 Rigid, which is a brushless tool. Then you have the Bauer from Harbor Freight, which is a brush tool, followed by the least efficient tool, which is the Amazon Chemo Special, having one of the worst differences at 5.79%. But that's where it gets kind of interesting. You can see the professional name brand tools are really the most efficient, as well as middle of the road for our group there, coming in at 3 to 4%. So really interesting results. Really surprised to see that that Bosch tool is so darn efficient. I don't think it gets enough accolades in its performance and its efficiency. But let's go ahead and test out these tools when it comes to the speed bore and see how it drills through the OSB as well as those pressure treated 2x4s. So after running that speed bore, I really did not see much change when it comes to how I should arrange these tools. I can tell you that the most expensive are here. The least expensive are going to be your Bauer and your Hart, as well as, you know, if you can get a deal on the Rigid, that's going to be something that you may want to consider as an option. Now, when you look at one of the Amazon specials, tell me what advantages that you believe it has, if any, over something that you can pick up at Home Depot, Walmart, Harbor Freight, or even Lowe's, because they all offer shipping to your door. If you need something that works, all of these tools work. If you need to put some furniture together, or if you need to be one of those people that put a drywall screw this large to hang a picture, they'll definitely all do that for you as well. So we've come to that point in our video where we need to figure out, are one of these tools absolutely worth it, and should we consider it as an option? So just for fun, we're going to break some bits, and let's show you how to do it. Just like that. So guys, really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. If you wonder why we don't have all the tools in the lineup here today like DeWalt, Milwaukee, or even Ryobi, or something more special from Amazon, it's because we don't have enough people following the channel, watching the videos, making sure they hit that thumbs up because they like it. If they don't like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs down twice, and make sure you leave a comment down below if you were surprised, have any good experience with any of these tools, or prefer another brand. So I really do appreciate you all hanging around. And as always guys, work smarter, not harder, and we'll catch you in the next video. Just a friendly reminder, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.